Hey, good people. Welcome to the next week review. And I recalculated the numbers of my trades, and it appeared that I stepped over 200 trades starting from the new year. So I want to make a recap in the next video about these 200 trades, so you know kind of what to expect from the system, and I think it will be an interesting video. And for this week, I basically had 4 trades. I guess I would have more trades, but the deal is I was having some other things during this week and was not very active in the markets, but still used some alerts and yeah, this is what I got. And basically, as always, in 95% of my trading, if the week has like less than 10 trades, then it's a good week. And for me, this kind of weeks is above average, yeah, above my average 3R, and it's a real great week. Some nice trade examples, so yeah, I'm excited for this review. But before that, I wanted to speak a little bit about some mindset thoughts and ideas that I had in my head during this week, and just want to share it with you. And these are some notes I took. So first, easy and hard rule following. So I kind of find it's interesting that sometimes following the rules is really easy, and I connect it to this resourceful state of mind where you know what to do based on your experience, and you do it. So you're not rushing, you are not demanding too much from yourself, you're just doing what you know works for you, and it's just easy, overall easy. But some days you need it's hard to follow rules, you know, you have a lot of temptation to do something weird or stupid, and you kind of need to have this effort, this conscious effort to fight with yourself. And yeah, of course, it's really important to remember that not every day will be easy rule following. Sometimes you actually need to fight a little bit with yourself, because as you remember, trading is an emotional environment, and we all need to be aware of what we do. And the next thing would be probably like, you know, I'm not, so I've heard it from another trader, that I'm not my last trade, but my next trade. Yeah, so when you have a loser, when you have a winner, try to separate yourself from them and just focus on the next good trade, one trade at a time, and so on and so on. And then some rules, you know, they are against destruction, and some rules, they are for growth. So for instance, daily limit loss or daily limit losers, if you based it on the quantity of trades, on the number of trades, is a really essential rule for protecting yourself from destruction, from full destruction of your account. And yeah, I highly recommend, of course, having some daily limit loss rules. And then, of course, there are rules for growth. So these are about management, about good execution, and so on. So it's important to separate. And I would say that rules for destruction, against the destruction of your account, are really important. They are like vital. And rules for growth, they could be a bit like, you know, sometimes they could be broken, like management, even sometimes execution, but you just need to keep it overall in a good shape. So for instance, I always, and this is the next one, the next idea, yeah, always have a room for mistake. So as you know from my outlooks, I'm not perfect at all. Like I still have a lot of mistakes, and by the way, even with such big amount of mistakes, the system is really profitable and nice. You will see it in the next video. And yeah, but when you have this room for your mistake, it's just it feels counterintuitive, you know, that we all want to execute perfectly. But if you expect to be perfect from yourself, then when the time comes and you make a mistake, you start to blame yourself so much, and you kind of think like, okay, I did one mistake and now it's over. And by the way, the sponsor of weird sounds in the background is my French bulldog, which is sleeping right now. Yeah, so, and the next point is that, you know, when I do this review, so for example, I have these 4 trades here in this week, but I will not tell you all the times when I stayed out, like, you know, when I didn't trade. And there was a lot of times, so I just opened the chart, I see the market, I realized that it's not for me right now, and I just go away. So it's a big part of trading which sometimes is invisible, because when people do outlooks of any kind, even in a private mentorship, yeah, they almost always focus on what they did, and show the time when they were involved in the market. But the fact is, there are a lot of times when a trader just looks and stays out. You need to have rules for staying out. So when the setup is not there, when the situation is not clear, stay out. Do not trade. And again, we are trading for the profit, for the money, not for the number of trades. Then my next idea is that, you know, hard work pays off. So ask yourself, did you do enough backtesting? So if your backtesting is profitable, what about post backtesting analysis? What about weekly recaps, the ones that I do? So I really recommend that everyone should do these kinds of weekly recaps for themselves. It's really important and really nice practice. So how do you think, how many people do such kind of recaps of backtests? I bet not so many people. I bet many people just watch other videos, you know, try to find another strategy. But guess what? Strategies work. Is that it's the people that do not work hard enough for their results. And you know, I have some students, like I tell them, okay, see, like my student got funded, she used like this system, I got funded, I used this system. Like, look through my weekly recaps and look for the real life trading, real struggles and problems, and real mistakes and real wins, and use this system, you know. And instead the people just go and see some random YouTube videos, public YouTube videos. Some of them of course go to nice mentorships, and I basically don't care. I'm even supporting them in their choice. But guys, just focus on one. There should be a time, I mean, there should be a time for just running around, because it sometimes comes from the internal feeling, yeah, that this is your system or this is not your system. So maybe you are looking at what I do and you just feel it's not for you. But again, some time comes and you need to focus on one thing, okay, one thing. Then, you know, as well in public chats and so on, you can always find people that come and becomes like really sad. He says, like, you know, I failed the challenge, it's so bad. I mean, guys, I failed like 20 or 25 challenges, and I know many people that failed more, and they still keep going. They keep improving. They are using their skill set that they have, and discover more about themselves. I mean, if you failed like 5 challenges, it's just nothing. It means nothing. Of course, you can be a wise person and fail them on demo and learn like a real skill and then go for your funding. But not everyone can have this kind of discipline. Yeah, so if you are this kind of person, then great. And I really do recommend to work on demo, and I believe it's possible to learn on demo and then just pass the challenge from the first try. But again, and then so many people, they want like to have this challenge in one trade, in one day. It doesn't matter, guys. Even if you will do it in one day, to actually earn the money, you will need to trade like next year. I mean, it does not bother anyone. You don't need it. You need a system that will bring you some profits weekly and monthly. So just think about yourself, you know, if first of all, if you are doing enough, and then secondly, uh, if you are not doing too many stupid things, you know, because if you are experienced enough, you already understand what is stupid and what is not. But if you are a beginner, you are just telling everyone how cool you are and how everyone else is wrong, and you are the only one who knows what to do. And yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Sometimes people just, it seems like they do not react to what you say to them and just continue to do their cycle of their mistakes again and again until the point where it's just enough for them, and then they are ready to listen. So they think that they are ready to listen and ready to do what's needed, but in fact no, they just keep searching for new information. I mean, I totally understand, because I myself was in this situation. And my current stage is much better compared like to 2 years ago, 1 year ago, but still I'm really a beginner, to be honest. I'm just learning, working with my accounts, like improving, still learning, you know. It's really important to keep the open mindset. So I'm still finding new confirmations and new ways to improve my understanding of the market. So it's really important. Be humble, you know, be open-minded, and you'll be in much better situation than others. And of course, keep the main focus on execution, not on profit losses, and so on and so on. So this was mindset part, and now let's go to technical part.